Greetings everyone, this is Jar, Citizen Gamer. This is going to be quite the amazing week. We've had the release of Star Citizen Persistent Universe 2.0 Testing Grounds, and Tuesday we have, of course, the release of Horizons, and I'll probably be doing a live stream on Twitch for that particular release to kind of share my first experiences with it as the full-fledged game. Now, as far as the Star Citizen Persistent Universe 2.0 alpha goes, it is still very much a work in progress. It is actually an alpha test. It's not a game yet. The developers are looking to the player base to report things that they find, to use that particular console tool to verify if a bug is repeatable, post pictures, videos, system information, all of that, and help them really nail down the remaining issues. But aside from any bugs that are there, and frankly, whatever bugs do occur for the most part are funny, hilarious, and just overall fun, and they don't even bother me. I'm just so happy to see this portion of the game finally starting to come to life. Clearly, with as many people trying to get into this alpha, there has been, of course, network connection issues, some lag, disconnects, and things like that. But with about 1,100,000 backers, it really doesn't shock me that this would be an issue, particularly on the opening weekend of its release. Of course, the release of this module also helped push Star Citizen's private funding to over $100 million now, which is just mind-blowing. And, of course, the usual suspects were up in arms about it and throwing out their typical tantrums. Derek Smart, I'm looking at you, man, and it's not a pretty picture. Even with this monumental release, Chris Roberts mentioned that they want to try to have 2.1 released before they go to the holidays, and he said there's going to be some surprises in it. He mentioned that it's possible that the Starfarer and that will be hangar ready, that the Vanguard, from what I'm understanding, they're already doing test flying, and that might actually be ready. Saber might be hangar ready. There's going to be quite a few things that are going to be changing with that, and additions that they haven't even disclosed yet. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this adds to it. Right now we have mostly kind of repairing missions. They're kind of random. When you open up your little log, you get different things. I've seen some variation in it. But a lot of times you go out to a station and you fight out the pirates and you turn on the station and then you go get your ship fixed or whatever. And there's also rescuing derelicts and things like that, and some other things. But it's really fun. It's nice to get out there and not be confined by an 8x8 box anymore. And this, of course, is where we get into the whole new direction the game is going with the Newtonian physics flight model. Star Citizen has finally moved away from the XML sheets and moved into the Newtonian flight model, which was promised at the initial pitch. This, of course, has a lot of ramifications for the game. One of the things is with the change, the ships control much better with the stick than they ever have since launch. This is probably the first time that I played a build where I haven't had to go in and basically massively tweak the stick or the settings or anything to feel that I could get anything out of it whatsoever. So far I haven't even played with the curves. Just want to feel how it feels at default before I make any decisions of what needs to be tweaked. But it feels very good. It feels a lot more natural. And to say anything related to the word natural compared to how it felt before is a massive improvement. I haven't really had oversteer. I haven't had understeer. I feel like I can hit my targets now. I can line up things better. But with any major change, there are going to be a lot of people who are unhappy with such a change, and a lot of them have to do with the quote-unquote elite players, the people who live and die by leaderboards, upset that the game has become a lot less twitchy, and their attitude has been frankly kind of crap. While a lot of us have been patiently and not so patiently waiting for the change to the Newtonian flight model, we've had more than a year of very twitchy XML kind of gameplay, and it's not the kind of gameplay that a lot of us original backers wanted. It's reminiscent of a lot of very modern games that you can go and pick up on Steam right now, not the throwback to Wing Commander or such that we were hoping for. And this is obviously not a finished build. There are tweaks to come, and they're going to be probably adjusting rotation rates and how powerful the thrust is on the thrusters and how quick the big ships can turn or whatever they need to do. But everything is not set in stone. But this is still, it's really pleasurable to play now. But it's not all sunshine and roses. There is an issue that is, well, has been around for a while, but now been enhanced, and I feel highlighted to even a greater degree. And I'm going to go into this probably later in the week in a more in-depth video about the problem with this particular system. But interactive mode has been given a version onto the stick itself, and to be honest with you, it's crap. And not just because of the bugs where it sticks on the sides occasionally or whatnot. It's basically a stick emulating a mouse emulating a gun. It's so many layers of garbage that basically I just lock my weapons in a forward position. They don't move. I do just fine that way. Unfortunately, we can't modify our ships right now in the persistent test universe or persistent universe, and so you're kind of stuck with the gimbal size reduction while using fixed weaponry. If I could raise them back up, I feel that it would be a lot better. But this is not at all an acceptable answer. They should have stuck with look ahead mode. That was balanced for everybody. IM needs to go. It's an arcade mechanic in a simulation game. It's War Thunder Arcade versus War Thunder Sim. One person has to follow the mechanics, has to pilot. The other person just has an instructor, and it can ignore most of the physics, and it can ignore this and that, and basically just focuses on targeting down your opponent. It's a real issue. Now, on the brighter side of this issue is that because of the slower flight model, because of the physics, the jerk rates, how things just don't instantly snap left and right, it has, as I said, highlighted the problems with IM. And I feel that this particular enhancement of how powerful IM is, because it was already very powerful against quick moving targets and at very long ranges, it's now even more powerful because ships don't move as fast. I think this is going to push this to the forefront even more, and it's going to make them really sit back and take notice that they are doing the wrong thing with this particular feature. And I hope that they'll start looking at some of the solutions that I have devised. One of them has been mentioned by the devs in particular, and I'll go over those later in the video and explain, hopefully in a lot more detail, what those are. But any other solution, even down the lines of removing pilot control gimbals and leaving that to a gunner position or whatnot, would be, or even automation like I suggested, but to a different degree, a different, more skillful approach, these would be more acceptable. There's a reason that even our modern military doesn't let the pilot run the turret at the same time they're flying. It's a problem with splitting your concentration. It causes a lot of it causes a lot of accidents. If you're lucky, fatalities more likely. But it's not realistic. People are best at focusing on one thing, either flying or you're targeting. You can't mix them both. Give some sort of weird pace job to everybody else and say, here you go. It's not good. And as I said, I'll go over it later. I don't want to hound on that to death. But if you like it, great. If not, well, welcome to the club. But as I said, overall, I am really enjoying the flight. I'm enjoying the environment. I'm enjoying just getting out there. Bugs and all, it's still really great to see what this game is becoming and what it's going to become. If you haven't downloaded it yet, or you haven't tried it, or if you're looking at getting into it, basic package will get you in. You don't need to spend a cajillion dollars like people keep saying. $45 package. You get the game, you get an Aurora, you get to jump right on in and play. There's ways you can unlock other ships in the game. You can do Vandal Swarm mode, you can do the Arena Commander modes, you can get what's called REC. That's used to get weapons, ships, and equipment. So you can start with the most basic thing and get the biggest thing. It's all there for you. Just give it a whirl. And they do have free fly weekends. They think they just finished one up. Well, I think today is the last day of one. I think to the 14th. So if you want to download today and try, it would be a good time to try, at least for what time is remaining. But they do that once in a while. So just check the page every now and then. They'll announce them. And I'm going to attach some funny little things that happened. I had a few more. There was one that unfortunately I lost because the game crashed and my video captured for some reason didn't keep it. Where basically we were flying a Connie around. Well, that's not even the right appropriate term. Basically, imagine you get out of a ship, and if you can imagine a balloon that you're holding the end on, and you let go, and it just goes all over the room. That's what the Connie did. It was just going ape. And we were trying to EVA, get back into it, as this thing just kept going around the station. It was hilarious. We were laughing our asses off. But I do have these few clips here that I did actually manage to somehow not lose. But I said, sometimes the bugs are just funny and they're really enjoyable. It's nothing like trying to chase a Connie down in an EVA suit. So anyway, guys, this is Jars, Citizen Gamer. Enjoy the clips. Catch you next time, and with Elite Dangerous.
Button.
All right, so I spawned in here.
I think my game just crashed.
Oh my gosh! Go Alpha. There's like a guy out here. He's got like a little bubble around his seat, and he's standing like floating over a gun, and like he doesn't have a helmet on, so I'm pretty sure he's dead. And it's like I don't know what. No, wait. This is like those are missile launchers in the 300 series, and those are gun. These are all the different weapon types. So like right here, there's like pucks just floating, for the connections of weapons. There's missile racks. It's like I flew into an arsenal. I don't know what's going on here.
Maybe someone hacked the game and they're spawning all the files or all the weapons at once.
I don't know. This is one of the weirdest things I've. When I spawned in, like they were spinning and cartwheeling, but then there's like some sort of pattern to it. I mean, it's weird.
I'm not acknowledging my F.
I found the. And I hear weird sounds too.
Come on, let me out.
It's like I found the hidden treasure chest of the game. There's like a green box. What's this? The frame rate with the crap looking at that box. Holy crap! What is that? That must be the automatic frame rate killer. I don't know. What is this thing? It makes a weird sound too. Whoa! As you get closer to it, it glows and it just eats your frame rate. What the hell is this thing? It's sucking me in. No. Wait. Whoa.
It stopped working.
Okay, that was yeah, that's gonna be a blooper reel, I guess. That's nuts. I don't know if I try to get back into the game normally. I've never seen that before. Oh, I hear shooting. There's no
Something happened to my Cutlass. Landing gear aren't down, and it's sitting on the ground.
All right, well, I'll save this. This is really weird. I can't believe the ship I ejected out of. I get back into it. I have no chair. Oh gosh, I'm recording this. You gotta see this. This is funny. No chair. I've obviously ejected. No glass. I'm going completely space commando. This is just cool. Couldn't get to that station though. I wonder, you think it's advisable to travel at quantum speeds with nothing to protect your face? You think getting bugs in your teeth on a motorcycle is a problem?
Space dust.
Oh, space dust in the eyes, that 0.2 the speed of light. Yeah, that won't be good. But I do have a little bit of glass in the front where the canopy used to attach. Oh my gosh. It's definitely not. It's a convertible, that's what it is. It's a convertible. How weird. All right. Yes, you have. I have to share this with you, Lightning. This is what you're seeing and what I'm seeing are not the same thing.
Okay,
Yes.
so you said that what is it? If you Alt F to get out of the ship after I got into it.
I think it's Control F to get out of the cockpit seat. Yeah, get into the chair, like lift it off or something. Because on my screen right now, your ship is like melded with the station. It is really weird. It looks good in the light, you know, and everything like that. It's the texturing and whatnot, but it's doing something really weird.
All right, well, let's just hope that it doesn't freaking flip the
Oh,
fuck out.
okay, now it's set. Now it's right. Now it's right.
Okay. So what? Alt or Control F?
Shift. Yeah, Control F.
Yeah, okay, I just got out.
All right, great. All right. Yeah, that was a weird one.